Denzel Beats. Denzel Beats.
Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep, long breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel that power of you controlling your breathing. That power that's available to you all the time, wherever you are in life. That power to reconnect to your greatest gift right now. Your presence, your being. Your infinitely intelligent being. The same stuff we're all made of. And with that stuff that we're made of, we can control the most powerful supercomputer in the universe. Your mind. But only you can do it. Only you can control your own mind. So let's do that right now, and let's see the future. Today, our time together, let's see ourselves doing the best we can on every single exercise and stretch. For this is not only the gym that we have available to us right now, in this space wherever we are, but it is also the gym of life, where we grow our minds all the time.
Magic System, Red One, Shawty. Comme d'habitude, on est calé. Comme toujours, ça va aller. On te met l'ambiance à gogo. Tous ensemble, on fait le show.
On t'invite à la mode.
si tu as le niveau. Rejoins-nous pour t'enjailler.
On t'invite à la magie, y a pas de raccourci. Oublie tes soucis et viens faire la folie.
On t'invite à la magie, y a pas de raccourci. Oublie tes soucis. Oh, 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 oh. Magie système.
Toujours nous.
Ah, ça change pas.
Ah ouais.
Ah, Shawky avec Red One. Est-ce que ça marche?
Ça va pas.
On vient du ghetto pour aller plus haut. Avec les magiciens, c'est le wedding. Oh, oh, oh. On vient du ghetto pour aller plus haut. Avec les magiciens. Oh, oh, oh.
Grande trabalho defensivo, a melhor defesa da Copinha. Olha só o Figueiredo, que é isso! Golaço!
Good morning, guys. There are so many fears that we have to master and control in this life, but I want to talk about the first one today, the fear of poverty. This one is one Napoleon Hill talked about in Think and Grow Rich. And to me, the way we overcome this fear, and I feel blessed because throughout my life, I've always felt like money is not I've never worried about it. We never had much of it. We had enough of it, and I'm very grateful to my family and friends for that. But I'm grateful that I've been able to master and control this one. And I want you to as well. And the way we do it is by changing the way we think and working on ourselves and the energy that we're emitting in this world, because that is the representation. The money is the physical representation of that. And once we swallow that bitter truth, we can then move towards it and mastering that fear of poverty. We are abundant. There's abundance everywhere. And we have to realize that every single day. Have a great day, everyone.
Capability is you can do it every time. It is like a strength, if you will. It is something that is, you are highly capable at that thing. You are at another level of skill that it shows up every single time. But here's the truth. Capability is as much as a mindset as a competence. Let me give you an example. A lot of extremely smart people who can handle the problem don't handle the problem because they don't feel capable. It's like, yeah, I know it, but I don't do it. It's like a lot of people who achieve a lot of great things, they actually, how many of you know someone who's very competent, has great skills, but lacks the capability to execute? See, capability is something capability is self-trust to take the action. It's not just, do I know how to take the action? It's, I'm an action taker. I'm going to show up. I'm capable to handle this. I will do this. I trust in myself to handle this, to execute again and again and again and again and again. That's capability. And I really want you to develop that in your heart and in your soul by checking off the simplest of things each day. If you have a list of 3 to-do lists, if you wrote down your 3 top priorities for the day, do those first. Before you do your social media, before you reply to everyone's DMs, inbox, voice message, text. It's like, listen, I have so many people who they spend all day just checking their email to reply to everybody else. Now that's fine if that's your job. If that's customer service, do that. That's your job. But if you're an entrepreneur, as an example, or you have a whole list of other priorities and you're just checking into other people's agendas all day to meet all their obligations, and you keep missing your key priorities day after day after day after day, your brain doesn't feel like you're capable anymore. Even though you might be smart, you're competent, but your brain doesn't believe you're capable. You know what I mean? It's so important to understand this. I know if you're a parent, you understand this difference. Lots of kids can learn things and have skills and abilities. But if they don't put them and apply them, they don't sense that feeling of capability. And now your smart child, your child full of strength, talent, and ability, doesn't run on the field, doesn't take the action, doesn't finish the test, doesn't go for it. They don't feel capable. Why don't they feel capable? They don't have a pattern of action taking. You've got to develop the pattern of taking the action, the pattern of taking the action. Better yet, the pattern of taking the action to complete the key priorities. So all I want you to do as a daily simple habit, every morning, we do it in the high performance planner. I write down my key priorities for the day. Do those first. Get those out of the way. Make that happen. Maybe that's your morning. Maybe for me, I didn't feel capable in my career for a long time because I was replying to everybody. And then I did a simple thing. I said, you know what? No phone calls till 1 p.m. in the afternoon, my time. That leaves the morning to do the most important work. Because I do the most important work almost every morning of my life, I feel incredibly capable. Give me a task list. Give me that log is happening in the brain. Good job today. Good job today. Good job today. Good job today. That consistency, that congruence developed the capability. Now I feel capable and I am capable because I executed. Because I executed so many times, I developed a skill. Y'all follow? This is so important. Okay, this is so important, this capability piece. And the best part is when you get some capability, if you'll do what we talked about earlier, self-reflection, you'll start to go, look what I did there. If you do what I've always taught, which is you have to integrate the wins. Integrate the wins. When you do something, take a moment and go, I did that. You know, yesterday, here's how simple this is. Yesterday, after months of thinking, strategizing, and planning, I created this presentation and I sent the email. And it took me about 2 hours to pull this off. But I decided, you know what? This has been on my big dream list for a while. I'm going to make this pitch. It's a pitch. And so I said, okay, I'm going to get it done. And I finally sent it. And I'll tell you what, I walked out in the other room. Denise was like, what's up with you? I was just feeling so good. I said, I'm going to have a nice glass of wine with dinner tonight to celebrate. I did this. It was sending an email. But I was somebody like, I'll have a glass of wine every time I send an email. Yes, sure. Thank you. But here's the thing. You got to celebrate the days that you are capable. When you do something good, go, good job. Pat yourself on the back a little bit. You have to integrate the win into your identity. If you took all of your strengths and all of your good days and all the wonderful things you have done in your life, and you really sat with them for a minute, you let them come in, you let them mentally stack where you just thought of that time you finished that big project, you launched that thing, you got the negotiation, you won the award, you handled that tough situation at the park with the kids well, you didn't get brought into their drama, you just took some time for yourself, and you let that integrate into the identity of who you were, you would feel an internal goodness.
do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. Let's have some fun. To the left now. To the right. Now take your left hand and put it on your side. Gon' roll your shoulders. Do the slip and slide. This next part's my favorite part, cause it's time to shine. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. It's simple, you can do it. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Now cool down, have a good time. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Do the butterfly, have a good time. Round, round, round and round you go. It's time to show out right now and take to the floor. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. Take it down now, take it down now. Take it down now, take it down now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Take it down and crisscross. Bring it up now, crisscross. Do whatever you like right here. Just have fun. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it.
Yeah.
Sent it over, headed away as far as Canal. Oh, what a goal! What a start to the second half for Eintracht Frankfurt. Ansgar Canal fires them into the lead.
Good morning, everybody. Today in our top 10 rules for success, Oprah Winfrey shares another rule for her that has worked so well for her. She had to kind of overcome this, and that is the idea of work on yourself. So everything that we will achieve, everything we will enjoy in life is going to be really a reflection of how hard we've worked on ourselves. Now, Oprah Winfrey shares with us today that there was a point in her life, and I felt this way too, and I still try to challenge my own thinking about this every day and overcome this, is she felt almost embarrassed, ashamed that she would work on herself. She felt like she had the thought like, I'm so full of myself, or, I'm selfish. This is a thing we have to overcome. And even greats like Oprah Winfrey have had to overcome it. Now she says, yeah, I'm so full of myself. I'm so beautiful. I want to share myself with the world. So the more we work on ourselves, the more confident we become, the better we can share with everyone else. Have a great day, everyone.
Step number one is cut out negativity. Just cut out the people who don't serve you. Sometimes those are friends that you've had from kindergarten or high school or university. You're in the friendship out of convenience now. There's a lot of people who you might need to let go of. You might need to just let them go. They don't serve you anymore. You've walked your parallel path together and now they've gone out. Well, they probably just stayed here while you've gone out here. They don't serve you anymore. And it doesn't mean you have to be a mean person or cold or rude. You're just not on the same path anymore. And a lot of people fight that because you're worried about finding new friends or being around new people. And so you stick with these people who don't serve you anymore. And that's a mistake because they're keeping you where you're at. Because their negativity, their complaining, their unwillingness to change, their pessimism, their laziness, their not chasing down goals, that becomes toxic. Even if you're trying to be a beacon, even if you're trying to be the person who pulls everybody up, if all you're doing is trying to pull other people up and there's nothing pulling you up, you're gonna be limited for life.
Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because when I started my first business, I really struggled to believe in myself. I was making $300 a month and quit on my business partner. And the thing that saved me was watching the stories of successful entrepreneurs. They gave me strategies as well as hope and belief that just maybe I could do it myself as well. And I hope that this video here today helps you get a little bit more belief in yourself, because I still need the videos for myself today too. So today, let's learn from me and my team's take on my top 10 rules for success. Enjoy.
When I went to the Tony Robbins event, the second one where he invited me to come as his guest, at the end of the first day or second day, you're asked to go do a fire walk. And the whole idea is to do something scary. Well, I went home to my Airbnb at the time and I did the scary thing. I skipped the fire walk at Tony's event to go home and do the real fire walk, which was letting go of some people that I had been around for, in some cases, a decade plus, that this doesn't serve me anymore. I'm doing this just out of convenience instead of something that's actually helping me grow. And so I need to shed this skin so that I can be reborn. Like there's this new skin under you that's trying to grow, right? You're trying to become a butterfly, but you're forced to stay a caterpillar. You don't want that. So you gotta let go of the negativity. Sometimes that might be family. And with family, maybe you should cut out some of your family members from your life. Maybe that sounds drastic, but maybe you should. A less drastic version of that is just don't talk about some things. Limit access. If you know that career talk is always going to cause problems with your family, then don't talk about your career. Say, I'm not talking about that. And stand up for yourself. At what point is this your life? This is your life. Your parents, the people around you, they love you. They want you to have success. They're from a different era. They're a different generation. They don't know what's even possible right now. What they did, if you're 21, their life at 21 was totally different. Your parents' life when they were your age was totally different. They don't understand what's available right now. And so even though their message is out of love, likely, like your parents probably love you, they just don't understand what's possible. And you can't blame them. This is your fault now. You need to accept responsibility for where you're at and limit conversations, limit exposure, cut out the negativity from your life. It's really hard for a seed to grow when it's in a toxic waste dump. And that becomes a choice. You know, a seed where it gets planted doesn't really get the choice of where it gets planted. But you get to choose. You get to change your environment. So choose powerfully and cut out the negativity from your life.
Rule number 2 is push through hardships.
It's never too late to get started. It's never too late to say yes. It's never too late to start to chase down your dreams, the thing that you got inside you. It's never too late. We create these stories for ourselves as I am too old to get started. I am too X, like fill in the blank of whatever excuse you've got for not taking action. It's just a story. You're just afraid. And the only thing you're missing is momentum. It's never too late. I remember when I started my business, I thought I was too young, you know? I was 19 years old, I was selling to people who were experts in science and I sucked at science, and they were 2 to 3 times my age and had PhDs, and I thought I was too young, they'd never take me seriously. And that was one of the things that really held back the growth of my business, was just my limiting belief that I was too young. And I talk to people all the time, and you have people who say they're too young, and then instantly they become too old. It's like, well, when are you ever the right age? You know, you're too young to do it, then you're too old to do it. When were you actually ever the right age? When have you ever said, you know what? I'm the right age to do this thing. Right? We never do that. It's always just the fear talking. And so you have to step up. You have to step out. You have to say yes. And you have to get started. People ask me all the time, is it too late to get started on YouTube? I was at a conference I was speaking at this weekend, and is it too late, Evan? Did I miss the boat? Are you kidding me? First off, YouTube is growing like crazy. Second, the education on YouTube is still pretty low. There's so many people going, and there's still so few people who are creating good quality education. Look at whatever field you're in, it's probably even less. And third, even if YouTube does go away at some point, there's going to be something else. People's attention is not going offline anytime soon. It's only going to increase. If YouTube goes away, something else will come up, and your ability to speak a message to a camera is a skill set that will serve you for life. Of course it's not too late. It's just your fear talking. Your big dreams and big goals and big ambitions are possible. There's so few worlds where it actually is too late, right? And like if you're 70 years old and you want to play, in the NBA, athletics is the easy one to go to, then it's too late. You're not going to be a professional NBA player. Sorry. But could you be involved in the world of? Could you start a great podcast around it, a YouTube channel around it, or be an agent, or like infinite number of things in that world? Of course. And chances are most of your goals, dreams, things that you want to do are not tied to anything physical where there's going to be a significant decline, right? Like what do you want to do? What are your goals? It's people who have done it at a much older age than you. So how do we unlock it? How do we start to make that momentum actually happen in your life? Step number 1, get really clear on what you want. What do you want? What are your goals? What do you want to do? What's the voice inside your head that is telling you, I wish I could do this thing. I really want to do this thing, right? Like getting really clear, because I meet a lot of entrepreneurs, and you know that you're capable of more, and you know you want to have a bigger impact, and you know that you don't want to stay stuck here, but you don't know what the thing looks like. It's not as clear of what you want to do. You just know that you're stuck and you're capable of more. Well, you definitely don't have the whole thing planned out, but what's the next step? Just getting clear on what you want the next step to be can make a big difference, because it gives you some clarity. Whether it's even the perfect, it's not going to be the perfect step. Don't worry about being the perfect step. It probably won't be the right step. It's a step. And in taking a step, you learn a lot and you make a lot of mistakes. You make a ton of mistakes and you figure things out. I remember when I first got my phone, I was recording and I did this video, and I was so proud of the video. And then I realized I captured the whole thing in slow motion mode. It's just like, the audio was terrible. You can't use it. I couldn't use it. Like, oh, it was so good. What? Come on. Slow motion mode. You're going to make mistakes at the beginning. That's okay. But what's the next step? Getting some clarity over what that next step should be is really important. Part 2 is then go get some heroes. It could be a mentor who you can actually talk to and learn from, but heroes. And when I say heroes, I mean people who've done the thing that you want to do. Whenever I feel less than, whenever I feel like I can't do it, whenever I feel not good enough, I look to people who have done it, and I realize that they have done it with less resources, less money, less time, less skills than what I have right now. Your heroes, the people who you love, look up to, respect the most, they did it. They accomplished with less than what you have right now. And if they can do it, you can do it too. And the whole point of that is a push to start taking action. It's not to say, oh, well, I suck, I can never be Oprah Winfrey or whoever. Go look at Oprah's story and see where she came from and see how poor she was and see what her upbringing was. And imagine being Oprah. Imagine having a terrible upbringing, being raped early on, having tons of violence in the family, bouncing from home to home, being so poor that she couldn't afford clothes and her grandmother would sew a dress for her out of a potato bag. Like imagine you're going to school in a potato bag that your grandmother sewed together because you didn't have enough money to actually get real clothes. Can you imagine? How bad is your life compared to that? How bad was your upbringing compared to that? Right? To go from where she started to where she's at. What's your excuse? And again, it's not meant to be a negative, like, oh, you're right, I'm so hard on myself, I suck. No, it's more like, well, that's what's possible. As soon as you get over the story, you're telling yourself that's what's possible. If she could do it from that upbringing, why can't you? Why can't I? And anytime I feel like I can't do it, that's what I default back to. It's like, look at your heroes. Look at where they started. Look at where they came from. And chances are your heroes already started with less than what you already have right now. And so surrounding yourself with them can give you the hope and the feeling like it is possible. If you feel like you're too old for something, then surround yourself with entrepreneurs who started who are way older than you. Look at people who have started, and they started, I don't know how old you are. You know, people say, I'm 24 years old. Is it too late to get started? But on every age, people feel it's too late. So surround yourself with the stories of people who started when they were older. It gives you the inspiration to go, to make, to create. And then number 3 is come back to service. Think about service. Think about who you're doing this for. This is bigger than you. It's not just about you. It's about who you're going to help. Whenever it's just about you, whenever you're doing something for just selfish reasons, you'll never put in the same amount of work as if you feel like you're responsible to somebody else. This is where a lot of entrepreneurs struggle in starting their own business, because when you had a job, you had a boss, and your boss would tell you what to do. If you didn't show up to a meeting, you'd be in trouble. You know, so you'd show up for other people, but you don't show up for yourself. We just won't show up for ourselves as much as we'll show up for other people. So the way to hack it is to feel like what you're doing is actually serving other people. And if you're in entrepreneur land, you can think about the customers you're going to serve, the people who will consume your content or buy your products or service, and the life-changing impact that you're going to have, and feel it and connect to that. If you don't have a business yet, or that's not your ambition, just think about your message to your kids. Think about the message to your family. Think about the message to the people around you. Is your message to your kids, current or future, you know what? It's too late. When you get an idea, just tell yourself that you can't do it. You know, is that going to be your message to your kid? Of course not. But it's your message to yourself. And the people closest to you will model much more what you do, your actions, your beliefs, more than what you say. You could tell them, believe in yourself. It's not too late. Go ahead, go do it. You can make this happen. But when they see you sitting on the sidelines, telling yourself that you're too old and you can't do it, that's the behavior they're going to model. So if you're not going to do it for yourself, if that's not enough of a oomph to get you out of the bed and actually creating your thing, then think about who you're serving today. Think about the people you're going to help. The people who, by you showing up, is going to have an impact on their lives. It's not too late to start. It's never too late to start. Your life could be so different if you woke up and started doing the thing that was in your heart. It's not going to work out at the beginning. You're going to have a lot of failures. You're going to have a lot of laughs. You're going to have a lot of struggles as you get going. But holy cow, your life can be dramatically different 1 year, 2 years, 5 years from today. If you just decided, you know what? I'm tired of staying stuck. I'm tired of coming up with excuses. I'm tired of playing small. It's time. I need this for myself. I need this for my family. I need this for the people who I'm going to serve and help. It's time. It's time. It's your time. Let's see what you can make.
Rule number 3 is start saying yes.
The start.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the back, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch. Now, can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby,
is a movie, bull riding them. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. God knows stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I keep going back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no
Yeah,
more.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Good morning, guys. I got another story from Les Brown I want to share today. This is related to fear. We're talking about fear. We're working on our fears every day, trying to overcome them. Well, he shares a story where there was a gentleman who would be daily walking by, and there was a dog there that would always chase him, and it was intimidating to him. He was afraid of this thing. He would run away from it. And this made me laugh when Les Brown ended the story by saying that once the man realized, when he went close to it and realized when it was barking at him that it had no teeth, he was the one that became empowered and then, shooed the dog away and overcame that fear. So sometimes the point is, sometimes our fears are not even close to what we think they really are. There's no teeth in them. And so I love this story. It makes me laugh, and I hope we use it as we live, laugh, and love our way to infinite mind wealth. There may be no teeth in your fears. Have a great day, everybody.
A lot of people get analysis paralysis and they'll just sit there and they'll plan their first video for 3 months, and your first video is not going to get views, period. It's not. Your first 10 are not going to get views. I can very confidently say that. So stop sitting there and thinking for months and months on end, and just get to work and start uploading. Like, all you need to do, this applies to people who have not uploaded videos but have dreams of being a YouTuber, is make 100 videos and improve something every time. Do that. And then on your 101st video, we'll start talking, like maybe you can get some views. There are very freak cases like Liza Koshy or Emma Chamberlain who have really good personalities, and it doesn't take them as many videos. And it's just like people who are 7'5" and making the NBA. Like, yes, there are freak cases you can find, but for the average person like us, who don't have these exceptional personalities and, backgrounds in filmmaking, just make 100 videos, improve something each time, and then talk to me on your 101st video.
How do you improve something each time?
The second one, just, I don't know, put more effort into the script. The third one, try to learn a new editing trick. The fourth one, try to figure out a way that you can have better inflections in your voice. The fifth one, try to, study a new thumbnail tip and implement it. The sixth one, try to figure out a new title. There's infinite ways. That's the beauty. Every little thing can be improved, and they can never not be improved. There's literally no such thing as a perfect video.
Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because as a young entrepreneur, I struggled to keep my business going. I had no friends, I had no mentors, I had no role models. And the thing that saved me was learning from the success stories of famous entrepreneurs. And in their stories, I got motivation, and I also got strategies for what I could do to grow my business and not stay stuck. And I still need their stories for motivation today. So today, let's learn from one of the best, Mr. Beast, and my take on his top 10 rules of success. Enjoy. Rule number 2 is build a great team.
You've curated a team of people who are just so hardworking.
It's like all about the work.
Yeah.
There's no fluff.
I'm blessed. I agree. We got a lot of great people here. And obviously, you know, like the videos we do where, now I'm drawing blank, like selling houses for $1 or putting a million Orbeez in someone's backyard or whatever the stupid things they're doing, or filling a person's house with slime. Like, I can't do that on my own. Obviously, I need help. So, blessed. Yeah.
So how did you go from hiring one editor to hiring the next person, the next person, the next person?
It's literally just like, it's not like I just woke up one day and I have dozens of employees. Like, it's just like, I've literally just been hiring like a person a month for the last 4 years. Like, you know, as the videos, it's like, cause it's also not like, you know, I gave a homeless guy 10 grand and then, you know, the next day I'm buying everything in 5 stores, you know, and I'm needing 100 people to fill dozens of U-Hauls and stuff. Like, it was just a slow progression up. And along the way, we just pick up a person and another person, another. And
how do you find people? Because I think that's something that YouTubers have a really hard time with.
I don't really know. I mean, I've been doing, like I said, 4 years. Like, it's a very, very, very slow grind hiring all these people. I honestly, there are way more qualified people for that. If someone knows how to find great talent, please reach out to me. I'll pay you.
Rule number 3 is create multiple streams of income.
Do you know how many income sources you have?
That's an interesting one. Well, let's see. We have Beast Burger, Feastables. We have a company where we dub channels, which runs our Mr. Beast Espanol and stuff like that. We do that for other people. We have Mr. Beast Gaming, Beast Reacts. Yeah, merch as another one. Honestly, I'd have to like open my bank account and look through it. Cause like there's also like sub opportunities. Like we occasionally do things where like we built this app. We had people put their finger on the app. Yeah, so we're building other apps in the future.
What would you say your main source of income is? If you were to pick one thing.
Gosh. So I'll say this because I tweeted it. You can throw it up. That Beast Burger has done over 100 million in sales. And obviously that number's grown a lot bigger since then. So like, but again, it's because it's something people can repeatedly buy. Merch, the best margins, but you know, it's, you just, like a burger or whatever, you know, is something someone can order multiple times a week. Merch, so only gonna buy like twice a year.
Rule number 4 is focus on quality.
Do you think you'll ever make a video that gets 1 billion views?
I think maybe one of the videos we've already made might get 1 billion views.
Which one do you think?
Probably like the Squid Game video with enough time. I mean, it's only a year old and it's already on 300 million, or some of the newer ones we've done have gotten like 100 million views in a month. So those 4 projected over 10 years, because YouTube's not going anywhere. Probably one of those.
So over time, they don't necessarily plateau.
What's interesting, we're literally jumping right into it.
Go.
I love it. It's good. So I'm a firm believer that it's much easier to hypothetically get 10 million views on one video than 100,000 on 100. And part of why it's much easier, in my opinion, is like if you make a really good video, it's just so evergreen and it never dies. Because YouTube, when you open up YouTube and look at the videos, they're just serving you whatever they think you'll like the best, you know? And so if you just make a great video and it's constantly just above every other video, you know, even 2 years down the road, then they'll just keep serving it and never stop, you know, which is why it's much easier to make one great video than a bunch of mediocre ones.
What about 1 billion subscribers? You've passed PewDiePie's the most subscribed to YouTube channel. When do you think you get 1 billion?
Let me do some math real quick. So we're on 120.
So you think about this?
No, I don't, honestly. Because one thing you'll find if you want to gain subscribers, if you want to get views, if you want to make money, almost any metric in this video creation space, if you want something, it all comes back to, okay, well then just make great videos. So instead of like focusing on all these arbitrary vanity metrics, I just kind of focus on the one thing that gets me all that, which is make good videos.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there.
Rule number 5 is plan ahead.
When did you then?
And here we are again. back to where it all begins. Where it all begins and never ends. That source, that oneness, that consciousness, that awareness. That we know is in all of us. That power to determine, to control our minds. You see, nobody else, nothing else in this universe can do what you do every day. In the gym of life. Only you, human being, only you, infinitely intelligent being, can do the ultimate. Only you can control your mind, your thoughts, and therefore your feelings. But it takes a lot of hard work. It takes, first of all, believing that you can do it. If you don't believe in yourself, your mind health, your chance at mind wealth is not possible. But that's not the way it was meant to be. You were born to win. Control over your mind, your thoughts. To have and be all you were meant to be. And that means believing 100% in who you really are. And that is the key to your mind health and your mind wealth, your happiness, your freedom, your success, your infinite peace and love towards everything and anything. It's possible. It's all because of you, your determination, united with all of our determination. Creates that oneness, that consciousness. Determination.
Beats.